Ladies and gentlemen, first out to the mat and representing the good folks at Triangle Jiu-Jitsu. Please welcome back Miss Audrey Copeland. And their opponent representing Speakeasy Jiu-Jitsu. Please help me welcome back Miss Charmaine.
All right, so Triangle Jiu-Jitsu crowd giving the absolute flowers to Audrey Copeland, who has been a staple of this gym for the last couple years. Her 7th Toro Cup appearance here today against Charmaine Mills.
We've seen a lot of that today.
The
People
foot sweep,
trying to hit.
yeah.
Well, they tried to hit like a little bit of a gripping
Probe.
fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen anybody be successful. I think earlier today we saw a couple of tie kicks. Just a handful, man.
John Wayne Parr would have been proud of some of the ones we saw today.
Yeah, just a little bit. Credit where credit is due. I do appreciate the evolution of the stand-up in our competitors. You
Me
see
too.
people coming out with an actual stand-up game plan, not just I'm hoping to grab my opponent and maybe run through him.
Yeah. I think that people have come into jiu-jitsu. There's a very nice shin-to-shin connection there for Mills. People have come into jiu-jitsu with a strong wrestling game, have had an advantage, and then it seemed like in the last few years people were like, well, just because I didn't wrestle in high school doesn't mean I can't learn how to do some stand-up grappling art. We've seen a lot of guys at this school in particular take up judo. Audrey's competed in a few judo tournaments as well. Andrew Bittner working on his judo black belt right now. So I think there's just a lot of like variance in the stand-up compared to previously. I think Jay Flo and some of these other guys getting popular, showing how effective foot sweeps can be in no-gi when applied properly and not just Muay Thai kicking your opponent?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the things where at the end of the day, grappling is grappling. Judo does a lot of grappling very well, whether you agree or disagree with the way they perform in the sport.
The rules, yeah.
The grappling is grappling.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. The throws are the throws.
Yeah, you can learn something from freestyle, folk style, Greco-Roman.
Audrey's got
judo.
a powerful squeeze. She's a very strong young lady. Charmaine Mills looks like she's no joke in this department either. She's got a nice bite on the ankle. She's going to try to reabsorb the leg line. And they're telling Audrey that you need to put your foot on the gas.
They're doing both a good job maintaining that foot pummeling sequence. Neither one of them could really find a good advantageous position. Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Appreciate
of
you.
course. Nice K-guard entry for Audrey. Audrey's now on a little bit deeper of a bite.
She's
Looks
on
like
a nice
she's going to
kind of bear
absorb
trap
the leg
position.
here, but the knee's out. Charmaine's relatively safe here, especially if she continues to operate so soundly that she has been.
Yeah, I agree. She's put her second foot into the position so she can create a push-pull. So it makes it very difficult to suck back in your opponent's knee line. Competitors having a nice smile there. Everybody's having fun.
It's a shootout. They're both just attacking, and that calf slicer
I respect it.
looks
This
good
one's
for
real.
Charmaine Mills, but Audrey's out.
Waiting for a referee to make a call. Our referee is saying
All right,
the match
yep.
is still going.
I'm telling you guys, this Toro Cup, more than any other Toro Cup, I've seen people do like light tapping or fingertip tapping, and it's like that's not really acceptable to me in a environment where money's on the line, you know?
Yeah, and I will say sometimes that's unconscious. It's not an intentional thing. Some people tap like that in the gym, and their training partners are respectful of those soft taps. And so you noticed here one competitor maybe stopped competing in that moment because they felt the
Happened
soft
earlier
taps.
with Miss Bakos as well.
That's right. I yell at
I've never really seen it at a Toro Cup. Like, it's been a long time since I've seen it, actually. I'll say that I've seen people do that once or twice, but it's been many Toro Cups. And I've seen it multiple times today. So, obviously just like a weird coincidence.
Yeah, it's just one of those things too, is when you're applying submissions like a calf slicer and other things, a lot of our competitors, at least, aren't trying to injure somebody. We're trying to practice a sport. I win the sport when I get a tap. So a lot of people, they're trying to feel for those taps in those moments, and sometimes soft taps end up causing a competitor to kind of lose their focus. If you do have control of this position, what I would say to competitors out there, as a referee who's been doing this a little while, have control of your opponent, look at the referee, get some degree of confirmation.
Charmaine looking at the pendulum sweep right here.
Really great job of posturing forward, actually. There's a really good old Gracie close guard break where you stack them in the close guard and go over the top. Audrey Gracie, Braulio Estima, these guys were really good at it.
Yeah, I forget what that was called, but I remember learning that as well in the gi especially.
It's definitely very difficult to pull off.
Yeah, I imagine in modern jiu-jitsu it's very tough. The way people have figured out how to shift their guard around and retain.
And just the way people operate upside down nowadays.
Charmaine looking for that hip bump. Doesn't quite connect that chest-to-chest connection before Audrey shuts it down. A lot of time left.
Yeah, we've been into the points round for over a minute now. A lot of times our competitors are in position to earn points on the break. And that's a strategy move I think they make really well.
Yeah, many of the girls and guys have thrown hooks in as soon as the 5-minute mark has hit today.
Right.
Like, there's a little bit more gamesmanship going on. I was talking with DCF when he was on the mic earlier, and was just like, you've done 13 Toro Cup matches. This will be your 14th one. Is there a certain strategy you like for the rule set? And he said, well, I just always want to be in a passing position. It doesn't really change for me. But I've seen a lot of coaches have a different kind of outlook. Where
of course.
The style's going to change immediately as soon as that 5-minute mark hits. I know John Piper is very much like always telling the students, like, hey, during a round, you should think about how many points have I given up this round, instead of just like how many sub attempts did I land and successfully complete this round.
And even if you're just trying to keep those things in mind, even if it's inconsequential for the moment, it does help train people to think while they're training. Sometimes you do just want to turn your brain off, but if you can manage to stay thinking through all of this, you'll probably end up doing better. Really, really strong brace here by Audrey.
She's a strong lady. She's a strong lady. On Instagram, if you follow her, you can catch her deadlifting some obscene amounts in her garage.
Or just her opponents.
Yeah, or just her deadlifting her opponents as well.
The Derek Lewis School of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
The Brandon Brown School of Jiu-Jitsu, actually.
3 minutes down in the point period here.
And it's been a lot of full guard action, and there hasn't been, like, Charmaine's corner keeps saying that Audrey is stalling. It's like, well, Audrey's the person in the top position. So, she's the onus is kind of on you. And it's also a neutral position, except for the fact that one person's on top and one person's on bottom.
Correct. Close guard's one of the very few positions where the bottom player can be regarded as
big.
Oh, very, very
beautiful.
Nice.
Dummy sweep is the colloquial term, but I think that's a little insulting.
Yeah.
But double foot sweep or double ankle sweep.
Very nice 2 points here for Charmaine, but Audrey is in on the leg. Audrey on top, if she can circle around the hips, she can earn her 2 points.
And they're calling for her to circle to the back.
There it is.
And she needs that. The hook, she's got the hooks as well. So that will be 4 more on the board. Copeland with a minute left. Looks like she might be working. I wish we could switch to another angle on that choke.
It looks like she's got her hands clasped in front of her opponent's chest here, just looking to solidify position.
This is where the live comp rounds, this is where the situational sparring and the ecological training come into effect, where you train in a way where it's how long can you hold a person in the position, how long can you maintain without being able to submit them. And we just see Audrey really strong on the back control here. Hooks involved, body triangle.
Yeah, really nice positional maintenance overall.
And she is going to grind out Charmaine Mills with 20 seconds left on the clock here.
And Charmaine Mills trying to get her shoulders to the floor. She's still fighting out of the position.
Still, absolutely. Well, she, 100%. She's definitely not the type to give up for sure, but Audrey Copeland will win this dog fight, which was kind of pretty much decided in the last 2 minutes of the
absolutely.
Of the fight.
There's a lot of different ways to lose a match. That one, totally fine.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, your winner representing Triangle Jiu-Jitsu Academy, Audrey Copeland.